In this video, I help you identify metal, obsidian, and crystal. This is Mystic with Mystic Shepherd Gaming, and here we are. I am showing you this is what metal looks like in the game. It's not in any specific area. You can find it on the ground, you can find it on hills, on mountaintops. Just remember, it's like a gold looking, and you use your metal pick, mining pick for it. Yes, my griffin was attacked by big ants, and he dealt with those. It dealt with those. They're neither a he nor a she, since they're a fantasy type creature. Anyway, so I'm going to take you over, and there's some crystal over here and some more metal, and we mine that. Oh yeah, and there was a Microraptor. Those guys are so hard to see, especially when you're on like a mountain. You go to get down and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I just stepped right on it and it got me, you know. So this is what crystal looks like. And you use your mining pick for that as well. You do sometimes get rare mushroom and you do get stone, but the majority of what you get when you use your mining pick is the crystal. And that's why I say use the mining pick, because you'll yield a higher amount of crystal with the mining pick. Just like with the metal, you yield more metal than you do stone. Make sure that your carry weight, if you're just starting out, that you have a decent amount of carry weight when you put your points in. Otherwise, you'll find that you get encumbered pretty quickly, and typically the game will throw at you at that time, if you're encumbered, something that's going to eat you. Just saying, you know, your character, that is. So you can see I showed you if you use just a regular axe, you harvest stone. And here we are, there's obsidian, it's black. Now, depending on where you're at dictates where you're going to find it, but most often you'll find it on like hilltops, mountaintops. If you're near a volcano, you know, of course if it's erupting, don't go in the volcano or near it, but you'll find obsidian quite often near or around volcanoes. Again, like I said, mountaintops, hilltops. You would also use your mining pick for obsidian. You yield the most obsidian with the mining pick. Or so I thought. If I'm looking at that, it looks like I'm getting actually more. There we go. See, you get more obsidian than stone when you use the mining pick. So I didn't need any more metal. I was going to just jump over and look for more crystal and obsidian, and lo and behold, you know, my white T-Rex is a boy and he needs a girlfriend. So I saw this level 435 Rex and decided to go for it. So here we are in like 4 times speed. So that's why you can't hear the dinosaurs, because they would sound like little mini, like meh, instead of how they sound. I didn't want to bore you with the you know, the full length details, but I think I did it in 4 times speed or something like that, so you can see. And this is why I love having a griffin in Ark, because as far as I know, unless you have like a tech saddle, they're the only mount that you can be on and shoot your, you know, your crossbow, your guns, your bow and arrow. The other ones, again, unless you're on the tech saddle, you cannot do that. So, you know, this way you don't have to have a tech saddle. You don't have to worry about making that. You're on a griffin. And, you know, the range, it could be a blessing and a curse. The range that they have when they attack is phenomenal. So when you're in a situation where you want to live, you want your character to live and not die, well, that's fabulous. But when you're trying to pick off, like what I did here, I had to be extremely careful, because this T-Rex was with 2 other T-Rexes, and I had to try and separate them out, because otherwise I would have killed the Rex I was after, as well as the ones I was trying to get away from them. So, you know, the range on the griffin is a blessing and a curse. So just be extra careful if you tame a griffin and you're doing things like this. it was really funny because like I thought it was she was running from me here and there, and then all of a sudden, I was still shooting her with tranquilizer darts and arrows and whatever, and then she'd just turn around and start nailing my griffin, and I'm like, wait a minute, you were just running from me. How are you suddenly not running from me? So I don't know. I think it was some sort of like trick, like they're like, oh yeah, sure, come on in, get closer, and then okay, and now I'm gonna bite you in half, basically. So it took several minutes. Again, if you have not watched my video where I tamed this griffin, Taming Defiance, I don't have very much luck with traps. Something always happens where I end up not being able to use a trap, or they laugh at basically the dinosaurs will laugh at me like, yeah, you're trying to get me to go in there, right? So I usually do it what I call off the cuff or freestyle like this. There are times or circumstances that you have to be wary of. Of course, any other dinosaurs nearby. You would also need to make sure that you're not near water or places that would actually kill the dinosaur that you're trying to tame. They tend to run to the water and drown themselves before they would become your tame, become your dinosaur. See, and here we are, we're at water. Fortunately for me, it's not anything that would drown a T-Rex. If nothing else, it stuck her right there for, a couple minutes of my time. And there she goes. She's finally down. So then, she's down. And the other thing you need to be careful of or mindful of in the game is when you're doing things like this, you have to make sure that nothing in the surrounding area is going to come over and kill your tame or you while you're waiting. Because if that griffin right now were to try and protect me, it would kill that T-Rex, just purely by coincidence or as a side effect. Can't think of a better way to put it. But so you kill everything around and make sure not everything, meaning things that would harm you or your tames, basically. Make sure that you have, taming food. I usually try and have some sort of prime meat or kibble or something on me every time I leave. Even if it goes bad, at least you still had it in case there was something there that you wanted to tame. I usually try and make sure that I have cryopods, because if you're flying around, you don't want to have to worry about something following you back to your base. You just put it in a cryopod and you go on your merry little way. Or that's what I do anyway. Again, this is your game. You paid for it. Do it exactly how you want to. If you want to be more methodical about taming, then go ahead and put the cages out. I'm sure you'll have better luck than me. I just know for me, I never have good, or typically don't have good luck with trying to get things in cages to tame them that way. So on the way back to my base, lo and behold, look what I spot. I spot more crystal. So I stopped just to show you again, what crystal looks like. Crystal you will find on hilltops and mountaintops, and like in water caves, so, or in like areas where there's water. I wouldn't say underwater, but where there's standing water, that kind of thing. So there's any one certain area on any one map is where you would find metal, obsidian, crystal. Just, look around. So if one person says, hey, it's only over here, don't believe it. That's only where they found it. It's not only where you're going to find it, especially if you look around. I highly recommend taming, a flying mount straight out the gate, a pteranodon. I have a video out. There's plenty of other videos on how to tame a pteranodon. It's going to be most beneficial to you to have a flying mount almost straight away. You can stay away from harm better. You can get around easier, get to places faster. I'm not saying they're faster, but when you're not running on the ground and you're flying over the ground, you typically will sidestep a lot of hazards and area. Anyway, I hope that you found this helpful. And I hope that you enjoyed watching me tame Gabby, Einstein's Mount. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please remember to smash that like button, ring the bell to be alerted when I put out other videos and or go live, and hit that subscribe button. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous day.